the show, the movie?
I really liked it. It was quirky. You know, I love that. Like we're talking about my friend that came with me.
Oh yeah, who came with you?
My friend Janet, who does come in here, but I don't know.
Yeah, I recognized her, but I wasn't.
Yeah, she's actually my real estate agent, but my cousin and my neighbor. So first was a cousin, then the neighbor, then the real estate agent. But anyway,
so what'd you like about it?
Well, I like the stylized
I did too.
thing. And I like the quirkiness. And I didn't even care that it didn't quite. No, I better not. And it was a little bit like a Fellini. It felt like a Fellini. That's what my friend Janet says, who lived in Italy for years.
You know, it did kind of have it. I was going, this feels... I've only seen like 2 Fellini films. It did kind of have a Fellini.
Yeah, a little Fellini feel to it, which we're both fans of.
Yeah.
So I found it good, and I would even watch it again to see if I can pick up things.
Megan and I are thinking of buying the video. Because same thing, we want to see what... Like, I never catch anything with cars. So the guys, of course, are all going, oh, he was driving on the wrong side of the car.
Well, I noticed that right off.
Which, Megan's like, there were so many metaphors. Megan, of course, examines all this stuff.
Oh, I just thought he had
Well, he was on the wrong side.
He had American. Yes, that'd be wonderful.
Because he's in the wrong place in his life. He's in the wrong. He's not living in a real world. He's in the wrong world. So that's a metaphor for the wrong world. And then my mom kept saying, I felt so trapped because he was in that garage. And it's like, well, he was trapped for like a year. He was trapped in this role that he kept replaying every day.
Yeah.
So they just did all this metaphorical stuff. The only thing a lot of people weren't sure about was like the prostitutes. How did they come into it? But I thought...
Oh, thank you.
I thought, like, when the guy in the garage... I think the guy who ran the garage, by the time he'd been there for a year, I think he was in on what was going on.
I think they got him because
he didn't obviously when it first happened, but I think he knew by the end what was going on and that he set up the whole prostitute.
And he got himself in trouble.
Yeah.
And that was real.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think the other thing that was kind of confusing. Oh, he had a shit car. I know they're talking about you take your shit car, you just drove off for a whole year. He drove off with his car and they didn't
and they didn't find it.
But they were probably not. Well, they didn't. You don't think they really did find him?
Yeah.
They did not find him. They were looking for him for real, and
then
they started to find him.
They had those posters all around the lot. Yeah.
For her.
No, when he pulled into the lot at Phoenix, they showed a poster and it was him.
Oh, but you don't recognize it.
It was him. Yeah, but he was like in
blonde and
without the hat. And so it was a picture of him. Whereas he had all these posters of her on the other side of town looking for her. Yeah.
That's right. That is right.
Yeah.
I would totally see that.
Yeah, and I like the fact that he was kind of a guy with nothing going on, except as this character.
Right.
And maybe that's why he was more susceptible to it.
But they hypnotized. This was all hypnotized. So that he was, but the setup was he set up to that girl, the prostitute.
She just left him. Oh wait, the prostitute in the garage?
So they really kidnapped her for real.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure
at
about that.
least the detective did.
Yeah.
So
I think now who hired the detective?
Phoenix. The
looking
film
for him.
studio was looking for him, and so So then we're like, okay, did they leave him on purpose this long as some sort of weird psychological, or did the hypnotist do that on purpose? Not give him an out? And then the actress just abandoned him in the garage, knowing that he was confused about who he was, and she just left him. So when he got back at her, I thought, well, that's kind of
poetic. So that part I did figure out, but it took me a while. Even think about it after, because Jenna and I talked about it. And she said,
well, it's the kind of movie you talk about.
Yeah, it was good.
I like it. Yeah, it's funny because Pat hated it. I said, well, what'd you think of it? And all she could say was, hated it. And that's all she said.
Well, some people don't like to not know what's going on. Some people like to know what's going on, and they don't like symbolism and stuff like that.
Yeah, I kind of like just watching it and trying to figure it out.
Well, especially if it's as visual as it was.
Yeah, and he was wearing stage makeup the whole time. until he was no longer his character, which I didn't catch.
I didn't catch.
I thought it was just
that he looked so different. He looked like a 50s film guy.
And Scott's like, well, you're wearing stage makeup. And I said, I didn't catch
Did he put it on every freaking day? I don't know.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're recording people's opinions if that's okay, and we're going to send it to Suki Singh, who's the director.
Oh yeah.
You thought